Good afternoon, YouTubers. How's it going out there? Well, I'm going to throw a little video out to you just for entertainment. Now, this is for entertainment, nothing else. Okay? Tommy has a habit of buying all these smartphones to use as cameras. These things, like he's got one here that he paid $5 for. And it's a Samsung, never get my magnifier ready, never ready, Galaxy S5. He has a Galaxy S4, well he did have, and he dropped it and busted the screen a few weeks ago by carrying it around and not being careful. He invested a cord on eBay, because it did not come with a cord. The screen is not cracked, and he had a power adapter, but all he got for $5 was the phone. Now he bought two phones. He bought a Galaxy S10, I think, and that was had a busted screen on it. I said never buy anything with a busted screen, even though it had a crack in the corner. It didn't work right, and it was a waste of money. So he bought those at Jewett City a few weeks ago, along with this one. Oh, for entertainment purposes, I've already worked on this once. The battery is stone dead. When you plug it in, no lights come on. It's got a new cord. No lights come on. And the battery, when I put a meter on it, is stone dead. It might have like a half a volt on it or so. So usually what I do is this is a 8.8 volt battery, I believe. Remembering numbers, you know, I can't do it. So, so the max charging voltage for this battery, on the battery it says 8.4 volts. What I did yesterday, I took the battery out, set up my power supply up here for 8.5 volts. Set the current at 1 ampere. And connected the leads to my voltmeter, my digital voltmeter, and held the battery up, and the contacts are super tiny, and held 8.5 volts on it for 5 minutes. And it wasn't easy. It's tough on the fingers. Contacts are so close. It brought I saw the charge come up. It got up to almost 8 volts. It didn't want to go any higher than that. So like I said, I can't remember numbers. So I'm guessing here. I'm going to do the whole thing again. The battery did hold a charge. So what we did is I told him, plug this in all night long. And as you can see, there's no lights on it. I figured that the battery probably needed to have some juice in it in order to take a charge. We've done that with a little notebook computer that was sitting for a long time, and he let the battery run way down to a point where it wouldn't take a charge. So I figured, well, if I put some juice into this might recover. I had him leave it on all night long, still nothing. So it's a pretty hopeless case. The battery contacts are nice and clean and shiny. However, in here, I can't even see in there what's in there and the condition of it. This is a new cord, brand new cord. So what I did is I took the battery out, had this plugged in, and under a very eye-straining experience, try to measure the voltage coming out of the plus and negative pin. there are 4 contacts on this battery. 2 of them are for, positive and negative, and the other 2, well, there's 1, 2, 3, 4. I think pin 1, as you're reading it from left to right, is positive. Then there's a sensor pin, number 2. Number 3 is negative, I think, and number 4 is a sensor pin. So I'm trying to force a charge into the plus and negative of that. But when I took the battery out and I put my meter on, what I could read, it was like nothing was coming out. I have a feeling it's here. For entertainment purposes only, we're going to bring you down on the bench and we'll play around with this. I have 0 luck with any of this stuff. It's too damn small. Now, Tommy's already invested $5 on eBay for this cord. It's a special cord that the Samsung S5 phone takes. The S4 takes a completely different one. So they make these things proprietary. It's an unusual looking plug. I'll take you down on the bench. So I told him, don't go buying a battery for this. You're just throwing money away. You paid $5 for the phone. You paid another $5 free shipping for the cord. He had the AC adapter. And you're going to invest in whatever the battery costs in this. And what if it don't work? The fact this phone should work, even if the battery's no good, when you plug this in, it should come on, even if the battery's dead, and it doesn't. So it's telling me that there's a problem here which it cannot be fixed. It's impossible for anybody to fix this. They're throwaway electronics. These things cannot be fixed. If the battery's bad, you replace the battery. If the connector's bad, throw the phone away. Okay, here's the battery, and I'm all totally wrong on numbers. I told you I'm terrible with numbers. That's why I'm no good at math. It's 3.85 volts. Okay, here's the contacts up here. The pin on the left is plus. The next pin is a sensor pin, I guess. The third pin over is negative. So what we're going to feed in here, it says here, I just can't read that. Charge voltage 4.4 volts. All right. All right, I don't know what happened to the camera, but it just stopped. I got to do the whole thing again. All right, I zapped the battery with 4.4 volts. And let's see what it's up to. It's 3.5 volts now. So what we got to do now is we got to put in get the right wires here. It'll be working a little better. All right, we're putting in now we're going to be putting in 4.489 volts. This is very hard to do. It's so small. Now, as you can see, the meter is climbing. I don't know what happened to my camera, but it just gave a notice of some kind on there. Battery's good. So we have to do this whole part over again. However, I did plug it in and no charge. It wasn't taking any charge whatsoever. And the lights were not coming on, indicating that it is charging. So we got 4.132 volts going into it, climbing slowly. So the battery is taking a charge, but it's probably bad anyway because it's not really holding up there. It's dropping quickly. Now, of course, I can't read the amp meter up there. I'm too far away from my amp meter. But it looks to me like I might be putting out about 1 amp or 1.5 amp into the battery, which is way too much. We got nothing to lose anyways. Okay. Now, let's take the charge off of it. And, the power supply off. And now you're reading the battery, 3.7. And it's dropping. Okay, so now we're going to put the battery into the phone. And as you can see, the charger's plugged in, but there normally would be lights right up here. I'm not sure where the power button is. Tommy said it's on the side, but that shouldn't matter. I would think, I don't know what this is. That's not the power button. He said the power button's on the side, but I would think there'd be some lights here. So, we're going to unplug it, and we're going to try to get a close-up of the jack, which is a weird looking jack, but this is the right cord, he says, that he ordered on eBay. And I'm going to give you the look of the cord here. It only can go in one way. There's a little notch in here, so it's not in wrong. It only can go in one way. So I can get some light into the contacts. There's no way you can clean that. Alright, that's the best I can do. Just throwing your money away on this stuff. These things cannot fix. This is throwaway electronics. If the battery is bad, you buy a new battery. No use wasting money on a battery, because 9 out of 10 this will not work because it doesn't seem to be taking a charge. If the screen is cracked, it costs you more. The screen isn't cracked, but if it was, it would cost you more than a new phone. A couple $100 at least. If this is bad, it cannot be fixed. Cannot be fixed. I don't care what anybody says. So, these are throwaway electronics. That is why people get rid of these things. And I told Tommy this over and over and over. People don't get rid of their smartphones unless they're no good. They're not working. The only phones that people get rid of nowadays that are working are the old style flip phones or analog phones. Those you'll find, and most likely they will still work because they are the reliable electronics. These are throwaway electronics. That's your entertainment for today, folks.